I'm going to show you a couple drills to help you find the sweet spot, how to do that, and how to get more consistent at the moment of truth impact position. Because really that's what matters. That's what decides if you're a good golfer or not, is if you can make solid contact hitting close to the center of the club face, and what your angle of approach and then club face angle decides if you can hit it to the target. So the first thing we need to do is have the right angle of approach, and I also want to show you real quick what the correct impact position is. So without taking the club back, I want you to just get to impact. Okay, feel we want forward shaft lean. This is the way the club's designed. It's not designed to go this way. Too many of my clients I see just kind of casting the club, coming up and out of it, and they're in this position. That causes too much loft, and it's just hard to compress the ball when you're coming up like this and not transferring into it. So to get to a good impact position, your weight has got to shift. Your right foot rolls in, and then we feel that angle, the shaft leaning forward. That allows us to have the right angle of approach so we can hit the sweet spot. One of the ways to check to see if you hit the sweet spot is just take a dry erase marker. Make sure you make a nice, wet mark so it makes an indentation or it makes an impression on the golf club on the center of the club face. And then put that down, and you can see if where you make contact on the face. It's really easy with a tee. It's best to do it outside, but you can do it in here as well with a mat. The next drill that you do is put a towel, a thin towel, or I just use a band, and place it right behind the ball. And we don't want to make contact behind the ball. We want to make contact with the ball first, and then coming down through the mat. So this is a good drill just to check and see if we're able to hit the ball first instead of behind where the ground is. See there? You can see I made some contact with the band here, but it works best with a towel. But you can kind of see, are you coming too steep? Are you coming too shallow? Are we making contact behind the ball? And that's what we want to work on. The next thing you can do is take an impact bag. And instead of coming through the bag and finishing, what we want to do is stop right before impact. So then you can kind of see, where is my club face angle? Where am I at? Am I coming up? Is my right heel coming up and back? Or am I rolling the right foot in? That'll help you find out where you're at impact and where we want to be. So the key positions are, you got to feel the weight transfer to the left. We're staying in posture and we're keeping that angle. If you can do those things consistently, keep practicing on that. Get a good swing coach that can see what your ball is doing, being able to see that feedback. And also it's important to see if you're flexible enough to get to that impact position. So, to really improve, you got to see all those different variables. It really helps to work with a coach that has that background so they can see if it is lack of flexibility that you're not able to get to the correct impact position, or if it's just a movement pattern that we're not understanding what we're doing with our hands, and if we're out of sequence at the top, swinging down with our arms instead of the pelvis first. So those things all come into play. That's why it's important to figure out what your inconsistency is coming from that is keeping you from being consistent at the moment of truth impact position.